Well, hey there, legends. What's up? My name is Tori Favreau, aka the Geelong-Flipper, based surprisingly enough out of Geelong, Victoria, Australia. I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and I'm here to share the adventure with you in the form of short and extremely long videos. Think it as a vlog, think of it as life lessons, think of it as don't make the same mistakes I make. Subscribe, do what you got to do, be what you want to be. Yeah, play that music. Tori here, Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate, Tori.
Geelong-Flipper here.
Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here, the
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? So we're heading to the off-site. Those of you who are regulars, thank you so very much, and yeah, welcome back, of course. Beautiful day in Geelong. I have been working at home this morning. I got a lot of these things done. I will head on back there later. I might chuck a live on so as I can chat to you all. It was a fun live yesterday. If you do ever get bored, have a look at the lives even afterwards. I do enable the chat replay so you can see all the funny stuff that people in the room are saying. Sometimes I think you guys are the better source of entertainment than myself. Yeah, heading to the offsite now. Ali is already there, but I've got to bring some charging cables and stuff for her. And I'm going to be smashing a toast, having a roast, and trying not to boast, and having a coffee. Yeah. I did $550 worth of listings. And before I waffle on too far, those of you who are supporting the Death Pile Doom Challenge, I'm up to tub 2. I'm actually going to grab it down when I'm at the offsite. I'm going to show you what's in tub 2. You're going to love what's in tub 2. I don't even know what's in tub 2. For those of you who are new, I've got over 100 unlisted 50-litre tubs of stock that I'm trying to work my way through, whilst at the same time still thrifting, still looking, but applying a set of rules to my new purchases. So for those of you who are getting started in this reselling game, you don't have to do quite what I'm doing, especially if you really need the money now. Source your stock as cheaply as you can. Sell it for a price you'll know it sells for. A $1 purchase into a $10 sale, even with eBay fees factored in, charging postage, it's still well worth doing. And that is something that I'm going to be getting into maybe during the chat today. So this may be a long form chat. I'm getting mixed feedback about the length of some of these episodes. And I'm not saying this as any sort of not being smart about it. It is honestly, I respect the fact some people don't like the long format. And for me, it's a way of having company during the day. With the offsite being up and running as more as a workplace now, it's not even like I'm with Ali. If you don't know, Ali's my fiance. And the love of my life. But we're not with each other as much as we are during the day now. And being a bit more of a social creature, I love these because I feel like you are there, because you respond. It's like a delayed conversation where I get to chat to you, you give me your thoughts the day later. But it's an ongoing conversation, and it's one of those things too. It's just, it might sound silly, but it just makes me not feel like I'm alone. So that's why these, unless something goes really pear-shaped, or if I've accidentally put Ali into the video because, at the moment she doesn't want to be on camera, and I respect that. That's the only time really I edit anything in these videos, other than if I think something will be funnier for me having done it. Like yesterday, there was an absolute perler of a moment, but I don't think most people will even notice what I did. I laughed, and it's stupid. So Ali will hear me when I'm sitting at the computer, and I'll be like, I'll start laughing, and she goes, "What's funny?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just cut out the bit where I was about to bite into a toasty." She's like, "Oh my God, Tor." Oh my God. So yeah, look, today is not a big picking video. Unfortunately, I had the promise of some sales. I've got a couple of unpaids sitting in my eBay. I really don't like that. It is more from the fact it gets taken out of the store, and then you know, no one else can buy it, and then that person doesn't buy it. I am just going to quickly check in with Ali and see if she wants anything to eat, so I'll be back. All right, glad I checked, because she's feeling like some lunch too, so going to get two toasties, get a little bit of a coffee going, and hope that, I always feel bad here because they're going to chat. I'm going to have to maybe kill this. Maybe not, I'll poke myself just out of the window way. But on our way there, so warning, I tried to eat off camera the other day. I ate too fast, made myself feel sick. I'll be eating on camera. Sorry, it's life. And pretty soon I'm going to have to stop apologising for doing what I always did, because I'm doing my best to, I don't know, share each day and do other bits and pieces with you guys, but you know, still I've got to eat. It's 1 o'clock, it's lunchtime, though I do have second lunches later. I've got to go to Bunnings and get a furniture trolley. I've got to measure the table that Daniel gave me, because I want to be able to wheel it around. I think that will come in handy. And I've got to also figure out why my packing table, the wheels lock up even though they're not locked. When it moves in a particular decision, it doesn't make any. But when I move it, it simply locks up as though it's made a decision, right? And drags black stuff all over the rubber from the wheels over the floor. So I'm thinking if I get a dolly for that, that will be good. Also, we timed things perfectly as I was leaving.
Hello, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Gave me a fright. The ladies here are lovely. There's a gentleman as well, but I don't see him as often. But yeah, they're absolutely lovely here. That's why I do like coming here. And they've read some of my books. If you haven't been made aware of that, I've written 11 books. They're all up on Amazon under Tori Favreau. They're horror comedy or flat out horror. So if that's not your cup of tea, I respect that totally. But yeah, so I've got to go to Bunnings, get a furniture dolly that I can just, I had casters and they won't go underneath that table. So I think for $17 I can get a furniture dolly which will suit as long as it doesn't make it precarious and unsafe. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one because there's about 10 centimeters each side that it could like become a wobble board unless I'm careful. I'm not going to be storing it all unless I put a lot of weight into it to press down. Yeah, hang on, I'm going to stop this just so as I can, when they bring the food out, I can actually be a decent human. All right, so bit of banter. I said, I'm so sorry. You startled me. I was doing a vlog for my YouTube channel and I said, but I have apologized. And she goes, you'll have to show me the bloopers. And I'm like, it's already on the video. But then that part wasn't. Anyhow, so we've got our toasty, got Ali's toasty. I'll head around to the offsite. I'll do my normal stop at the op shops because, well, there's 2 there. There's actually 3, but my rule is, you know, because autism, my rule for that one is if I go past it, I stop. If there's a car park, I'll stop. So the Lifeline, I have to travel for another block. So I do let it go through. The staff there are lovely though. It's just I don't find a lot of the stuff that I generally sell. So, that was hot. Okay. There's a park, guys. There's a park. Look out. And this is the other side to it too, guys. Just because I'm looking doesn't mean I have to buy. I just want to make sure I don't miss out on something that's incredible. Well, I did pick up something. It's just a St. Goliath varsity jacket. I paid $7 for it. It needs a wash, but I'm hoping I'll get about 50 to 70 for it. Let's go to the offsite. You know, unless of course there's parking out the front of the Connect 3216. On Monday, we'll be doing a run up to Melbourne. Just to let you guys know, I'm looking forward to it. Daniel's going to come along with Ali and myself, unless something happens in the interim. So normally I don't like op shopping on a Monday. It makes me sound like Garfield, how he doesn't like Mondays. But the reason why I don't is over the weekend, the churchy ones, or you know, the faux charity ones, you know, that have got thousands of paid staff members. I've got nothing but respect for the volunteers, and most of the paid staff members are awesome. So, you know, I used to be one. Is there a park? Is there a park? No. Technically there is. It's out the front. I'm just gonna duck in. Don't tell anyone, all right? Just gonna duck in. Don't tell anyone. This place only takes 2 seconds to canvass anyhow, but it is nice. I like this one, and the staff are really nice. This is a community one. I think they help feed the locals and all that sort of stuff. I should know, shouldn't I? This is the op shop anyhow. I like it. Come on, Oppo. If I say I like it, you're meant to have stuff there that I want. No, you don't. That's all right. Oh, today I went op shopping. Within 15 minutes, I'd spent $7. Ay caramba. All right. Let's go to the offsite to take my love some food, but to also get Death Pile Challenge Doom Challenge tub number 2. For those of you playing along, Flutter by Flipper challenged me. $10 for every tub I pull down. I am doing the right thing, and I'm doing it with honesty and integrity. It was too kind and too generous, but it's also a little bit of fun. So this is the second doom pile. But here's the funny thing I realized when I actually got it sorted and started listing it all, the stuff that I just jumbled in for getting it out of the house, it only took up just a little bit over half the tub. So I've also been wasting a lot of space. So we can also fix that up. So when I know you guys can't see but I'd tell you everything anyhow. So I put everything into custom SKU, which isn't visible to the customer. I suggest if you're new to reselling on eBay, make sure you are putting stuff in custom SKUs. Have tubs, number them, that as your business grows, and I know that it will because you're amazing, make sure that you are putting stuff in tubs. You've seen enough episodes to know I lose stuff, and yet I am doing it. Sometimes I'll just put it in the wrong thing, or I'll have a bit of an autism moment when I just pop something in the wrong spot, or I'm talking too much so I forget that. But I'll chat to you guys in a second. I just want to go in and see what Ali's up to, and we'll go from there. All right, so I don't know, I'll see you shortly. Okay, and we're back. All right guys, so this is the offsite. If you haven't been here before, welcome. It's where Ali and I run our eBay businesses from, and this is where you see me pick orders. But when I was, I'll just move this stool. Okay, so when we were on our way over here, I showed you guys a Amazon package. So I know it's not like it's riveting television, but I know you like seeing the progress and other bits and pieces and stuff that I might be using that you might want to, or stuff that I'm using that you go, oh my God, not in a million years would I ever want that. You foolish person purchasing stuff and doing the things. But anyhow, who cares? I'm going to show you anyhow. It's my vloggy and I'll cry if I want to. Yeah. Okay. So, Amazonian. Note to self, cut away from self. Don't cut towards self. Self. Now we're going to grab, I've only got 2 items at the moment. As I said, sales have been terrible. But I just thought some of this stuff may interest you if you're setting up your own little packing station. So I wish I had affiliate links so I could get fat cash from all this, but I don't. So this is the one I got off Amazon. The packaging is absolutely crap. And in my opinion, I believe it's been used before, as you can see by the ripping on the box. This was $46. And having said that, as bad as this is, the Officeworks one was $65. Similar. So it's a weighted station. It really feels like a repack. I don't know. The box was in terrible condition though. So I got this one because it was weighted, okay? And I love how they've carefully, like put this crap around the cores. You're forgiven, not forgotten. But was that them or was that the Cranberries? No, it was the cores, I reckon. I mean, I've got a feeling just because I do. Didn't. All right. So, and $46 does not buy you a roll of sticky tape, just FYI. So the larger core, which I actually brought a roll here yesterday. And thank you, Ellie. And so let me show you how the thing's set up, okay? So all you do, you just do this. If you've never done a roll of sticky tape before, well, I am very, very proud of you and the lifestyle in which you've been accustomed to. Okay, the reason why I got this one though, in all seriousness, when you're packing a lot of things, guys, let's have a serious moment here. When you're packing or packaging up a lot of things, basically it's better to have a weighted one in case someone comes and attacks you. No, so as this thing shouldn't be moving after the attack, no, after you've wrapped stuff up. So this is actually to be on, like, real talk now, this is in terrible shape. It's actually got dents on the side of it as well. This is a return that's been repacked, and I will be complaining about it. I mean, along here, I'll show you guys in a second. So that's piss poor. In fact, it's even scratched on the outside. So yeah, I'll put in a complaint with Amazon and they might send me another, but I'll use this in the meantime. But that's pretty ordinary. The reason why I wanted a weighted one is because you're doing a lot of stuff. You're ripping on tape, wrapping it around items. You do not want the tape, the whole dispenser, moving around constantly. The 3-inch core basically just jumps in there and says, how you doing? Like I do at the intro of the video. And bang, away you go. That's set up. Smaller tape dispenser goes in there. And I don't have any smaller tape. I've got that at home. So, but the core will just go in here. And then I can go, hey guys, Tori here. When I'm not stabbing, I can just chuck that in there. And there we go. It's set up. Doesn't sound that fancy or whatever, but that will do just nicely. I've got some smaller dispensers at home. Yeah, office mate or whoever sold this to me, very unhappy with that side of things. I know it makes me sound like a spoiled brat, but even at $46, guys, it's a lot of money. If you spend $46 and your eBay seller sent you something that was dented down the side, you'd be crying and a holler and a hooping and a sobbering, something like that. All right. So, guys, packing station, packing of the station. What else did I get today? I got 2 fine line Sharpie. I like these, and they will be good for well, one, autographing books if you want to sign them. These are the pens I do use for that. But I also will be writing on the packages people's names until I print off the proper label. So they are now there. I feel as though, you know, and compared to how good Ali's packing station is, my amateur hour over here is almost complete. All I need to do now is assemble an A-frame above it, which I've got in the corner over there. And hey, even cutting implements can go inside this holder. For example, see? Do you want that pack now? You're cute. All right. It makes me look far more professional. It's funny, when I worked at a factory or a warehouse, these things would be taken so often at the end of a shift and not taken back. They actually put out a thing that if you return these knives, you'll be put in a raffle to win clothing that the company sold. I always, whenever I see these orange ones, I think of that place. I had some good friends there. It was a nice place to work, but the people were nice. So yeah, whenever I see these, I think of that. Anyhow, and finally, this is something just because I love my honey. I'll show you. It's not that exciting. Like, she looked around, then she's like, oh my God, what did you buy? But on those nights when I've got insomnia, but I want to smash the PlayStation really loud, this cord will let me do it. So I'm in business. Pew, pew, pew. I got an approving nod because she knows that is actually an act of love to let her sleep. Okay. So I'm pleased about that. That is the Amazon order. Speaking of orders, so I sent Charmaine, your reviewer, mate. Thank you so much for both watching and purchasing from me. I think it must have been my fault. I don't know. But my book pinata that I sent her had a massive crease in the back, and I'm going to send her another one to replace that. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want one with a crease in it either, particularly if it was brand new. It's the equivalent of sending a dented sticky tape dispenser, which oddly enough spins in the middle. Don't know why it does that, but it does. That $65 one's looking more and more promising and better all the time, office mate. Charmaine, this is your book. I might see if you want, I know you watch, I might see if you want any other books that at least that way I can try to recoup some of my money on the post. I'll bundle them for you. You might want The Dead of Easter. You've read the other two. Okay, so that is Amazon. Thank you, guys. And I'll just chuck that in there. Only 2 items to pick, sadly. I thought I was going to get a triple wrestling figure purchase, but at the last moment, my customer, and I will say my customer because I do think they'll buy, asked if I'd combine shipping, and yes, of course I will. All right. This thing is totally lying because it's saying I've got 4 things to ship, and unless people suddenly bought stuff. Oh, I got a congratulations from YouTube for the 2,000 subscribers, of which you guys are a part of that. So thank you so very much. There are only 2 things, literally, and technically only one if I actually wanted to only pick one item. I will get the other one out because it is something I do want to show you. Okay. So Tub 23. Today is very much a vlog, folks. I went to oh goodness me, I went to, or rather, not me, just me. Ellie and I measured up the smaller table, and it's only got two really thin little supports at the bottom because, of course, it's not designed to have a bloody thing on it, but a dolly underneath it. That's the word. So I don't know. We're going to explore some other options. I was going to go to Bunnings today, like I said. There's no point. What I bought probably wouldn't. What I was going to buy probably wouldn't work with it. So I don't know. We may be back in the have to find something with wheels. I'm not sure, but at the moment, I'm very grateful to Daniel because the lipped top of it really suits what I'm after. So this one here, this particular sale here, I'm glad to see it gone, even though it's super cool. This is a toy. You know I love selling toys. So this is a DC animated series Martian Manhunter toy. I believe it was in the Castlemaine Vinnies that I found this one, and it was $2, and I sold it. I'd lowered the price, I think, for an offer a while ago, and I sold it for $25. We'll just make sure that it isn't a viewer sale, and I'll still say thank you anyhow. No. Oh, so as you guys know, if you're new, you type in Geelong-Flipper on your coupon code. If you buy off me and you get 5% off, even if I put out an offer, you'll get an additional 5%. Just my little way of saying thank you. So Martian Manhunter, $25 plus shipping. And thank you, Lucy, for your purchase. It is going up to New South Wales. And it's a really cool piece. I really do like it. Guys, just to give breakdown because we've got time. So I sold it for $25 plus shipping of 10, and then so I got $35. Transaction fees were $4.33, but I got slammed because I did have higher percentage promoted. I've been slammed an additional $4.47, giving me order earnings of $26.20. Less, I think this will cost me probably smack bang on the $10 mark, even with my Band 5 Australia Post. And I'm going to come out of this bad boy with not a great deal. So we are going to be looking at about $18, less the two I spent, so $16. But then you got to factor into it, I'm about to put it in a little bit of bubble wrap. So even though the bubble wrap isn't that big of a deal, it still does cost money. But so it was still a good purchase, and I don't regret getting it. It's taken a while to clear. I don't know why, because it is honestly, if I had room at home, this would have been one I'd display for a little bit on the cool shelf, because it is cool. So yeah, if you do see me on the live streams from home, I've got Care Bears and stuff like that behind me up on my shelf. They were sent by you guys. So if you have stuff that you want to send it through to PO Box 7002, Highton, Victoria 3216. Do me a favour though, put Tori Favreau and then Geelong-Flipper, if you remember. They know that that's my YouTube thing, but the other post box said that they would refuse to send anything sent to the wrong one by mistake because it's a business account. Kind of glad I'm not with them anymore. All right. Like I said, there's only two things to pick. Only that has to go tomorrow, but I'll still get it ready to make sure it ships out and that Lucy gets the Martian Manhunter. I think his human name is John Jones, I think. But yeah, he's the Martian Manhunter. Let's have a look here. See what YouTube. Oh wow, guys! Thank you. We jumped up another. Well, from this morning we jumped up another 4 subscribers. I know that sounds silly, but it's a real privilege. I do appreciate it. So 2014 subscribers, and please know that we're trying to build a really good community here. Yes, it's my face being the silly Billy sometimes on the camera, and sometimes sad, and sometimes very serious. But it is you guys that help build this channel with me. Okay. I do think that maybe we will be forming a Facebook group. I'm giving that serious consideration that we can actually be assisting each other easier than on the YouTube comments. So it's weird though. From a practical side, you may not know this, but the more comments you get on YouTube videos, the more the algorithm pushes the channel out. And of course, I want to reach as many people as I possibly can. But at the same time, I want to have intelligent conversation, which the YouTube comment section isn't always the best place for that. So it's like I don't want to have the group where it takes away all the YouTube comments because that hurts the channel. But I want to have the group because it helps the channel. It's a mouthful, isn't it? In any case, what I might do is I'll make the group, but I may not make it public until I'm sure. Just, I don't know, some people do silly things on Facebook, and if I don't do it, then they'll think it's funny to make a group. So I'll do it. That way it's got the stamp of the Uncle Flip. All right. So go back to eBay, guys. This one was an interesting one, and I've told you about these before. It's in a horrible position for me to get stuff out from at the moment, but we shall do it nonetheless. It's in tub 54, which is all the way up the back there, which means sadly I've got to move several things. So just mind your ears, guys. I'm going to be moving stuff. Certainly not the end of the world. And I do have to tee up with my friend Jasmine to come and fix this Hello Kitty tape deck. Because I'd love for the cassette part of it to work. That would be cool beans. And if it's something simple, that would be even cooler. All right, no, all that stuff will fall. I left it all a bit precariously yesterday just due to the fact that I needed to get it ready for my friend Daniel to come and give me that awesome table. So that is something that I had to be mindful of. Sorry, guys, I know it's probably smashing through your eardrums. It's a little bit loud in here too. So basically the thing that I'm looking for, I'll hopefully be able to just see it at the top if it's here, is... No, I should be so lucky, as Kylie Minogue once said. Tell me now if you know what that song is actually that I just referenced. Put that in the comments. She should be so lucky in what? Okay. So the thing that I'm looking for, I do want to sell this. That bloody hell. Can you hear Muttley in the background laughing? I heard that evil little... Okay. I think I've got to answer a question. Actually, that won't hurt. I'm an idiot, okay? If you're doing clothing, guys, measure the armpit to the armpit. I haven't been doing it, and I keep getting asked, and it means I've got to go back in, grab the damn stuff back out, and it's a waste. Or it's not a waste of time, but the last couple of times that I've been asked to do an armpit measurement, they haven't bought. And yeah, of course, it's probably because it doesn't bloody fit them. But if I had have just done my job properly, I wouldn't even have to answer the question, which means it wouldn't be wasting my time because I'd already done it. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, this is taking a bit longer than what I thought. I thought I'd be out of here by now. But all I'm going to be doing is going back home to be listing. So it's 54 centimeters across. I guess it is good fortune that I am in here. I've just got to find the question though. Something else to bear in mind that we've been playing around with lately is if you're wanting to try to boost interest in some of your sales, maybe revisit them and introduce a question and answer into your listing. So say there is something like that where you're not sure of something, or you think you may not have been as concise as you needed to be, introduce a question and answer part to the listing that may address that. And then the search engine, in my opinion at least, will go back and re-index that because there's new information on the item. That was a mouthful. Did it make sense? I think it did. Okay, so where's the question? Oh, I've got two questions actually. Pinata, Patagonia. Okay. Hi there, mate. Thank you for your patience. The measurement is 54 centimeters from pit to pit. Which, of course, this thing said Peter to pit. Okay, done. Well, don't know what happened then. Don't know where I was up to, but I was lifting stuff out because I wanted to show you guys something. I've been fighting with the phone's storage for about, I don't know, 8 minutes. It somehow decided to add 100 gig of data onto the phone, even though there wasn't. What I'm looking for is the other thing that we need to pick. And it's only a small item, but when you see it, you'll go, oh, that's pretty cool. And I do think you won't have thought of that. And I do wish somehow I had an in with maybe someone at eBay Games or something like that. So if you're a viewer and you work for eBay Games, this may be something that you can do without losing your job. That is, please always check, because I'm not asking you to supply me. So I just sold this for $30. It's a Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, cover only, no game, $30. Some collectors will lose or something will happen to their games and they will do, or they want to sell it themselves and they will do whatever it takes to have the real cover, the real slip that goes into it. And I'm always exceedingly grateful for those sales. So if you are one of those people who, you see people at your local op shop chucking stuff like that out, it sells. All right. So that is something that is worth even saying to the local op shops, hey, if you accidentally get video game covers given to you without games in them, can you hold them for me instead of throwing them out? Because one, it saves them, even though they probably don't care because the government subsidizes their dumping, not dumping in the toilet, I mean dumping into bins. But some of them might care and just say, can you hold them for me? I'll come and collect them, once a week, or if there's too many, here's my phone number. There's plenty of ways that that you can work with your local community and even within the op shop space to for us all to be good humans. So yeah, this was Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I'll just confirm that there's only those two items. The rest of them I will be saving over the over the weekend to pick. As it is, I won't probably have to come out here tomorrow unless there's just some jobs to be done. There's always something to be done. Okay, so let me just check here. Hopefully that guy got the message. I'd be stoked if the Patagonia shirt had been bought whilst I was gas bagging. It's never that quick though. DC shoes, may as well answer that as well. Okay, so they're a size 14 shoe. Oh wow, how do I even tell? How do I tell? Firstly, I'll just try. Okay, I'm going to do the right thing. This makes it a bit more boring for you, but it's a vlog. You can skip any part you don't want to watch. For example, like if I go home and I do listings, you guys can either show up on the live or you don't. It's always fun either way around. Okay. They're just standard shoes. Yeah, shoe width standard. What on earth were you trying to do? It's the other side, isn't it? Or you try. That's even worse. Okay. Hey there, mate. I believe it's a standard width. Thanks for your question, though. You take care. There we go. I think I've done everything I was meant to do. I'm pretty sure I thought there was a shirt at some stage I was meant to have done. Okay. No, I believe that's everything. All right, cool. So that is the 2-item pick. Very, very straightforward and boring. Now, here's part of our Death Pile Doom challenge. So if you're new, all those tubs up above that line, right? Above the Puddy McPud shelf. Okie dokie, guys. So all the picking's done. Just because there was only 2 things. And another copy of Pinata I've got to send off to Charmaine. So that part is all cool. Those 3 items, like I said, if you work at eBay or you know someone who works at eBay, I bet they throw stuff like this out non-stop. It's worth money, particularly the Nintendo stuff. So please do be mindful of that. Now, I have to find a safe area to grab some stuff down. I'll see if this is one of those things here. It's very light, if it's not full, I won't grab it because it won't sort of meet the criteria. Oh, it is full. Okay. This is a really cool tub, actually. This is this is part of the challenge, Death Pile Challenge. Okay, but they are really neat toys. So there's the McFarlane Batman toys. So the Riddler, the Penguin. Now, I'll be fair. You guys know I love Batman. I might even keep those for my Batman bookshelf because they are amazing. Let me have a quick look at what else is in here. Okay, there's a big Batman Ushi. There's a bunch of DVDs. Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Ghosts, limited edition. Horror movies. Okay. Including The Night of the Living Dead and Carnival of Souls, which is very hard to get. Okay. I think this stands us in pretty good stead for being a death pile. But what I will also do to play fair, because that is the challenge by Flutterby to encourage me to get this stuff done, I will also incorporate some of the stuff that is yet to come over here from the house. All right. So there's going to be more stuff in that challenge. I'll show you guys on the live stream to keep it honest. But this is the second tub, even if I do keep these 2 toys because they are super cool. And they were bought for me. They weren't bought as stock. I just never got around to displaying them because I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I've just got a lot going on. I've got to stop putting myself down. Okay. So that is the tub I'm going to take home now. That will be incorporated into Death Pile Tub 1. And I'll just get this stuff packed up, and I don't know if there's stuff to tell you. I'll be telling you. All right? Okay. Test. All right, guys. We are going to head on home. I'm going to get some more listing done. I have, as I said earlier, I did all my listing for the day this morning, so that worked out well. I've got the second Death Pile tub that I'm going to work my way through, and I am going to absolutely be getting that ready for tomorrow. But I am not going to work too far into this evening tonight. I want to play a video game for a little bit, and I want to just enjoy my night, and even if possible, now that, like, because today's sales were crap. They were crap. Like that Pokemon thing, that $30 has been my day today. So I guess once again, it's one of those things. So just know to yourself that when you are thinking to yourself, oh God, I'm having a crap day, don't be fooled by the fact that, you know, I'm a bloody bobblehead on YouTube. Today I've made $30. I spent almost $30 buying my love and I toasties and a coffee. So, you know, today was probably not even a break even because I had to go and do the groceries. It's all about building and just knowing that, like, there are times, for example, for me, typically Wednesday and Thursdays are my horror days. I don't know why, but they just are. So you may have days like that too, that you just think to yourself, oh shit, why did I get out of bed today? Well, you got out of bed because you're bloody awesome. And that's all that comes down to. You are awesome for getting out of bed. And if that's all you managed to do today, you're still winning, guys. Because every day that we get out of bed and get on with it is another day that we can learn. So, for example, today I was about to send stuff off the Martian Manhunter in a particular parcel, but I found out I had to wibble wobble him, but he fits into that extra small eBay mailer. So I just saved myself probably $2 in postage because it's going to a major capital city. So that's my lesson for the day, and that's my takeaway. I've learned that there are wins in everything, guys, and especially in this, like when you're responsible for your own destiny, so to speak. It's a challenge, and every day that you beat it just a little bit, it's awesome. Like, you're just saying to yourself, yeah, I'm doing it, I am getting this thing done. So just know that you are getting it done, and that I think you're awesome. And there are days, I don't want to get out of bed because it's $30 day. And that $30 happened earlier today. So part of me is almost like, oh, well, that was crap. It's not. Someone actually got something that they wanted. And, I am lucky to have been the person that they spent that money with. It wouldn't have mattered if it was $5 or $10. All I would like is more of them. I don't care if there are a whole barrage of little sales. It was funny, off camera, I received an offer. And look, it was for a $20 item. They'd offered $15, but it was, I think, a rod and gun shirt, a good quality rod and gun shirt. And I used the sale calc. Now, if you don't use sale calc, you do need to use it. It's a free app. There's ads, but you can ignore them pretty quickly. And basically, it will let you quickly figure out your buy price and everything else. And you can, from there, quite readily work out if something is a good deal or not. So for me, I figured out by the time I was done with promoted listing, with postage and everything else, on a shirt that I'd already paid $6 for, I didn't want to take the offer of $15 to make $4. I would have if I had like truckloads of stuff every day, but I don't. So, but it was a chance to have a conversation. I was quite honest about it. I just said, look, I really appreciate the offer, and I do appreciate the offer. And under normal circumstances, if I was just getting rid of something I didn't want anymore, yeah, I'd take that offer. But as something I purchased to sell, never intending on wearing it, no, I want more than $4.70, because when I factor in the time it'll take to, one, I already answered the question, two, then I have to figure everything else out. Some things just aren't worth it. And anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the live or on the next video.